Welcome to Viking Spotlight, the podcast about people, events, and projects in the North Canton City School District. We're happy to be joined today with Janice McCarthy and Sarah Jackson, are both co-advisors of the Hoover High School Leadership and Interact Club. The club's once again sponsoring our Senior Citizen Prom for local residents, and the prom will be held Saturday, April 30th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Hoover High School Commons. Thanks for joining us today, ladies.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
The Senior Citizen Prom is sponsored by the High School Interact and Leadership Club, and once again, it'll be held April 30th, and snacks, dancing, games will be provided, and feel free to dress for a prom for a future. I'm kind of reading the promo for it, so a little bit of interaction here. The prom is theme this year is Monopoly, and admission is free. So we're going to tell you all about that, but just wanted to do the little introduction of what the Senior Citizen Prom is. So thanks for joining us, and it's a fun event. I know it's been going on, and we're going to ask you the question, but we decided prior to the airtime here that we don't really know the history of so on, but we know it's been going on for about 20 years. So it's a great event. Our seniors have a fantastic time, and I should say our senior citizens, and our junior and senior kids that are in Interact and Leadership Club have a blast. But we're happy you're able to have it again this year, and I know we missed a year due to COVID and so on, but could you tell us a little bit about the purpose and the activities of the Interact Club?
Sure. Just to correct a couple of things, though. We haven't had a Senior Citizen Prom in 2 years.
2 years.
We had to cancel in 2020. The theme of being Monopoly was the original theme from 2 years ago, and it's what the students decided upon. And our Interact Club is actually open to all classes, freshman through senior.
Great. About how many kids are involved in that program?
Our whole membership is involved. So we have about 50 members. We've had upwards of about 100 before, but I think we're still getting back into post-pandemic membership.
Right. That's great. That's great. And their purpose is to provide leadership throughout and do community service projects and those kind of things in the building. Is that correct?
Yes, we call ourselves a kid version of Rotary because we're sponsored by North Canton Rotary.
Great segue.
That's why we have a Interact Club. That's why we have that part of our name. And yes, we're devoted to service projects. What's also convenient is that the graduation standards ask for, or you can earn these seals, and one of them is a community service seal where you have 10 hours of community service. So that's also been a draw for the students to come to this club.
Right, great. Do you know how the Senior Citizen Prom came about?
I am not sure.
I'm not either.
I know that I inherited it, and that before me it was Ann Bradway and Ann Sode. I do know that it's over 20 years old. I would venture a guess it's much older than that, and I'm not sure originally what prompted it to be started.
Yeah. Well, if there's any listeners out there that have some details beyond 20 years, we'd love to hear about it and so on. But there's not been much history gathering and some formal pieces to help save it. But it's great that we're able to do it again. And you're right, the COVID thing threw us a wrench for a couple of years, and it was just before. I remember having a conversation with you about can we do this or not, and we closed just weeks before the Senior Citizen Prom, and I know our folks were looking very much forward to that, and they have a blast. So,
well, not only the senior citizens, but unfortunately, a couple of our seniors really looked forward to it, and it was their last Senior Citizen Prom, and they weren't able to do the prom that year.
Yeah. So Tell us about the collaboration between the kids and the senior citizens. And, we can say Senior Citizen Prom, but it's just as much for our kids as them.
You want to go ahead?
Well, at the last Senior Citizen Prom, we had a wonderful evening full of dancing, games, and the students served the seniors, and they danced the night away with them, and they provided a bunch of snacks, and they were in charge of running the games for them. It was wonderful, and we're hoping for the same thing this year. With the theme of Monopoly, we're really excited because 2 years ago, the students chose that theme, and so we're glad that we're able to go with that again this year. And it will allow for those seniors, when they arrive at the Hoover property, to pass go and enter the high school commons and have a wonderful evening full of planned events.
That's great. About how many participants, both senior citizens and students, are there those evenings on average?
So we have upwards of over 200 guests in the past. It's our whole membership that's supposed to come, and they've been meeting every week to make decorations, send out the invitations. Well, in this case, try to invite guests to come because we're not sure of how many guests we have available to come at this point. So we're really trying to advertise now. So they've been putting everything together, and everything should be together by the time the 30th comes along. We also have a committee that decorates the showcase, and we use that as part of our decorations for the prom itself as well.
Sure, great. Well, you mentioned a couple things. Can you detail a little bit more what activities are going on besides just, a typical prom? It's mostly just dancing and music, but tell us about the Senior Citizen Prom.
Well, this year, unfortunately, we won't be having a formal dinner, but we will be providing many snacks and refreshments for the seniors. And then we have a live band, and let me tell you, these seniors can dance the night away. And they do a fabulous job, and we could all learn some new steps from them. And then we play a variety of games in the different classrooms. And then we also have pictures. They leave with a picture from the prom, which is very nice for them. And they dress in their Sunday best. They look fabulous. Some get really dressed up, and they look their best for the pictures and for the dance.
Yeah, that's
Some
great.
dress for the theme too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yes.
So that's what I was going to
costume.
ask you. So it's a Monopoly theme, so they could wear tuxes and that kind of thing, and
Oh,
get,
yeah.
really get dressed up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, top hats and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, and then also prom attire if they like, but that's not a necessity. They don't have to. There's no dress code, but they can certainly play along as much as they want. And Sunday best and as formal as they'd like, or the theme. That's pretty neat. So what else? I'm trying to think of what else you would dress as for Monopoly.
Well, that's a good question.
What are you guys dressing as? That's what I'll ask.
I'm just
I will
dressing
just
like Sarah
prom.
Jackson, I think.
Me too, but I will dig into my community chest and I will pull out something, something to wear for the evening.
And you'll pass go, right?
Yes, I will.
Awesome. Awesome. Good.
Are we allowed to talk about who's helping us out?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the
that's why we're here. Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the pictures are being provided by Life Touch for free. So we appreciate their service. They usually do that for us every year. And so our senior citizens go home with a photo. We also have Michael's group. That's our live band, and they have been our live band for years.
I've heard they're
ever since
awesome.
I
Yeah,
can
they're
remember.
great.
Yes. In addition to bingo and games, we also have some blackjack tables, and I guess I would say a secondhand roulette wheel.
Okay. A homemade roulette wheel.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Yeah. All right, good. Good. And this is all play money, of course.
Of course.
Monopoly
Of
money.
course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I've heard the band and they just love the band and so on, and a chance for them to take home a prom picture, and they may have to dig out their old prom picture if they have one from
that
the
would be
past. Yeah, that'd be kind of
That'd
neat
be fun.
to see some of those, and they can do it before, since the last prom type of
Yes.
thing. That's neat. So how many people, how do they make reservations? I know there's no tickets, but tell us a little bit about that process.
So it's a little bit different this year since we're not offering a meal. So we have invitations that they can access through the website, and they can return the bottom portion and just mail it to Sarah Jackson, and the address is on the invitation. I also have my phone number and extension, I believe, on the invitation as well, or they can call the high school and ask to speak with me and make reservations over the phone.
Yeah, great. So just a reservation, please, but no tickets that they need to acquire.
Right,
or
it's just so
anything.
we have a number of how many snacks we're going to need.
Right. Awesome. I know there's a great link and a great resource with the Rotary,
Yes.
North Canton Rotary, and they actually have a crew that comes and helps with parking. They do parking attendance and escorts them in the building and helps out that way and supports the Interact Club and the Leadership Club in other ways too. But it's neat to have them partnering to help as well. So
One of the biggest things that they do behind the scenes is they feed our students beforehand. So then the students, all they have to do is worry about their guests.
Yeah.
So they're taken care of by Rotary ahead of time, which we can't thank them enough for.
yeah, it's a great relationship and a great service club too. So yeah, well, thanks for continuing the tradition of Senior Citizen Prom and what you do. What else would you like to share with us about the prom?
I just hope that everybody invites their friends and enjoys themselves. I think they're really going to love the experience, especially if they haven't attended before. I've already received phone calls from our longtime attendees, and so they're excited, and they've already made their reservation to come. So the students are excited. They can't wait to see their guests come, and I can't speak enough about how great the students are when it comes to taking care of their guests. It's just phenomenal to see.
Yeah. And I would like to add, it's wonderful how phenomenal our staff is. Next week, in the past, they were very generous with their donations. I will put out an email asking for cookie donations or snacks or little prizes that they can win as the seniors play the various games. And so I look forward to receiving all those wonderful donations once again.
That's awesome.
The one thing I did want to highlight is we try every year to highlight our career tech programs. So we usually ask them to provide some door prizes so that we can advertise their programs to our guests as well.
That's great. That's great. So lots of kids involved,
yes.
Lots of senior citizens, and
yes.
Certainly lots of faculty and staff able to participate in their own way. And, your leadership, the Rotary Club, and it's just it's a neat thing. And if you know of anybody of senior status, please direct them to our website at northcantonschools.org. They'll be able to find a link there for the RSVP or the form. Or you can email sarah.jackson@northcantonschools.org. And she can answer any questions or get you the form if you need. But it's really exciting to be able to do it. And, it's a great thing for our community, our seniors, our kids, and our staff to be able to do this and pull this off. So thank you for your work. I know this is over and above what you get paid for, right? And it's awesome.
Well,
and we appreciate
yes.
you guys and what you do for Hoover High School and for our kids each and every day, but also for our senior citizens. So looking for a great night on Saturday, April 30th at 5 o'clock at Hoover High School. And if you have any questions at all, email sarah.jackson@northcantonschools.org or visit our website at northcantonschools.org. Looking forward to the prom. That'll be a blast. So we appreciate you being here today and wish you all the best. And once again, for our listeners, if you have ideas, questions, or any suggestions for our podcast for Viking Spotlight, please reach out to our Viking Spotlight at northcantonschools.org is our email. So we appreciate everybody listening, and thanks for your support of all our programs, especially Senior Citizen Prom. Have a great week. Go Vikings.